Hello, this is Kara from Kara Tarot with a general reading for Tuesday, the 24th of June, 2025. Reading with the Rider-Waite-Smith Borderless. I'm going to be doing a 6-card open reading. So the topic, and this card came up consequentially yesterday too, so just want to point that out, is usually this has to do with theft, losing things, perhaps feeling that you have been lied to or deceived. And here we have the other extreme, people working together in concert, people acknowledging each other's strengths and weaknesses to find the best result together. And this is the King of Pentacles. This is someone who has mastery of the material realm, especially his money, business, finances. So I was getting the feeling here that this was business, but as we look at this, we do have a lot of rules here, and we have dissension. So this may be a reading about your work situation where you would like to have this kind of work situation, but you're feeling that this is a situation where you just can't trust these people that you're working with. You want to have mastery, and you want to have be remunerated properly for your work so that you can be able to take care of yourself and others. This is an essential for you. But you're being met with, again, with a lot of dissension. And this is, unlike the Five of Wands, this card is about being met with dissension by an adversary who is an equal, possibly one of these people. Possibly you're having trouble in this group that should be a cooperative group. You have what it takes to win, and you've been kind of surprised by what has come up here. You have two recourses, is what this is saying. You have the recourse of law. You have the recourse of, oh gosh, it just occurred to me, this could very well be also a reading about politics, the political situation here. Your recourse is the rule of law, and people who are adherents to the rule of law, the people who value the traditional ways of interacting with the law, and who value the fact that when there are misdeeds, that there are consequences. Consequences was the word I was blanking on there. I'm a bit of a Miss Malaprop. Sometimes the wrong word just comes out. So consequences is part of this valuation. The other result is, if this does not work, pretty much your only resource will be to leave these turgid waters for calmer shores. And it will not necessarily be an easy or a happy leaving, but it will be essential to get to these calm shores and the peace that comes with that. Duplicity never makes the choice easy. Duplicity and infighting. So I'm sorry for that. I'd like to look a little bit at the colors here. Here we have bright yellow, suitable for this heat of summer. But this is kind of too bright for what we are representing here. So this is like perhaps charm, perhaps someone who's been charming or um, overly friendly in a way to snooker you. And we have here the yellow too, but in between we have this almost black. We have the black there. Yes, there are sparks of color in here, but black and gray, very, very dark here. So we have, first of all, this false yellow, and then the real yellow that comes with grounding and leaves and vines and flowers and home. And here we have a darkness of um, almost an ideal reverence. Sometimes the grays in this deck represent ideals and reverence. So again, this is where you want to be. These are where you want to be, but this is what's happening. And this blue is driving you forward. Here we have more of this gray and white. And here, the calm new land, the peaceful waters in the calm land are represented by this grayish off-white. So in terms of color, we're definitely being pushed forward over to here. So look to these resources. Legal action is never easy, but it may be easier and more preferable to your other option here, which is simply leaving and moving on. I set aside the Amor and Psyche Oracle this week because there's simply too much nudity for me to deal with it in an online situation. And I have really come to a decision about that deck for myself that I really only like it either for personal readings or for couples readings. And so instead I'm using the tea leaf fortune cards as the rest of my oracle deck this week, and I'll just pick one randomly. Dolphin. And this says financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Well, that would fit very well here with the King of Pentacles, because he's usually about, he has laid the groundwork and the higher level pentacles are about having laid the groundwork and reaping the rewards of that groundwork. So just be aware that you have this stability as your core, no matter whom you have to fight against, that even fighting against them, you have this control, you have this mastery. So it looks as if this may be a difficult day, but blessings to you in this. I do want to point out that the only major here is the Hierophant. So this is really pointing to your best course of action. Your best hope right now is legislation, rules, following the rules of law. And definitely make sure you're following the rules so that if these things come to light, that you are perceived as the winner, and that you are seen to be in the right. Like, it's not enough to know you're in the right. Sometimes you have to be seen to be in the right by the viewpoints of the traditional viewpoints. This is Kara from Kara Tarot. Have a strong day. Thank you.